This year, only 6 of 100 of the wealthiest tech entrepreneurs and executives are women. These women have a collective $27.6 billion in wealth and an average net worth of $4.6 billion, but that's half the average of the top 100. These tech superstars have come a long way. Here are their stories. Wang Likun. Wang, the latest addition to this year's Forbes Rich list, started out working on the factory floor. After 10 years on the cable assembly line at a Foxconn plant, she left to start her own business in 1997. Now, Wang is the chairwoman of Luxshare, a supplier of electronic connectors like this dongle for the latest iPhones. Amid this year's torrent of iPhone rumors, Luxshare's stock has soared 60%, lifting Wang into the global elite. Meg Whitman. Meg Whitman spent one youthful summer selling magazines, prompting her to switch studies from math and science to economics. She's well known for taking the reins as CEO of eBay for 10 years. In that time, she transformed the online store from $6 million to $8 billion in sales. Whitman is now the CEO of Hewlett-Packard Enterprises, and earlier this year was back in the news amid rumors that she was in the running to be Uber's new CEO. Judy Faulkner. Faulkner might not be a household name, but over half of the American population relies on her software program to store medical records. The computer programmer started Epic Systems in her Wisconsin basement in 1979 with just $6,000, part of which came from her parents. Denise Coates. While at school, Coates worked in the cashier's department in the family bookmaking firm, where she would mark up bets. Upon graduation, she worked for one of her father's betting shops as an accountant. During that time, Coates noticed the rising popularity of online gambling, leading her to purchase the domain bet365.com. She rolled the dice and turned the site into a multi-billion-dollar money machine. The site now sees $45 billion in bets each year. Lam Ying. Lam is perhaps the most enigmatic character to grace this list. Even her photo is hard to find. Lam's fortune with Beal Crystal was built off the production of watch crystals, which then spun into a business making touchscreens for behemoths like Apple and Samsung. Lam, together with her husband, employ over 120,000 people to make these screens. Jochen Fei. Meet Jochen Fei, a high school dropout turned factory worker turned richest self-made woman in the world. Born in a small village in rural China, Jo's childhood was marked with personal tragedies, losing her mother when she was 5 and her father's industrial accident, which left the household in dire poverty. At 16, under huge financial pressure, Jo dropped out of school to work at a factory making watch lenses for $1 a day. She eventually gathered enough experience and financial stability to start her own watch lens making business, Lens Technology, with her relatives in 1993. Now she makes the glass parts for electronics brands like Apple. Jo is known for her 18-hour workdays and for having a living quarters in her office. The self-proclaimed perfectionist now runs a mega corporation that employs over 74,000 people across 32 factories in 7 different locations.